Active Radio.
Paul made a remarkable statement in the Bible. He said, and I paraphrase, "You can present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable and all." You know what that means? It means that you can go to church, be a tongue-speaking Christian and pray, and still be a failure in life. There are so many patterns in this world, but the Bible says that we should not conform to them, but rather renew our minds so we can see a transformation. Many times when we tell people that the mind is a very powerful tool, they tend not to believe us. You want to know the truth? I don't have to put a gun at your head and tell you that I want to kill you. The only thing I have to do is to tell you one big lie, and I cripple you. You know what happens? I introduce an information that is not inconsistent with what you believe in you. The mind is a very powerful tool. Be careful what you feed your mind with. I'm Dale Quest, your mind surgeon. Stay tuned.
Active Radio.
This is Mind Surgery with Dale Quest, the mind surgeon. Stay tuned.
Good day, everyone. I am Dale Quest, the mind surgeon of Mindset Networks, and we want to start a whole new series altogether on Active Radio. And I know you've been listening to Mind Surgery with me for the past 2 to 3 months. This time around, we would like to go very sequential, and then so that this would help my audience to follow up with exactly what we are trying to discuss at what point in time. So today is just to sensitize you and take you through the summary of everything that will be done as far as mind surgery is concerned. And so basically I would like to take you through the concept of what the mind is about, and what are mindsets, and what must be done to have a transformation in your life as far as Romans 12 verse 2 is concerned. The mind is a very powerful tool, and I must say this, that when it comes to the mind, as far as I'm concerned, it will be very much less of psychology and more of God's principles. That doesn't make it religious, but to tell you exactly what it is that God placed in the mind that makes it so powerful. I am not saying that the mind is everything, but I'm saying that the mind cannot be ignored, because the mind itself has its own capacity to change lives. It can determine what you'll be thinking about. It can determine what your life would come out like. It can determine how your life will be run. It does a lot of things as human beings, and so the mind is actually placed in your soul. And if you don't have a hold of your mind and you don't renew it every day, you will not expect to see the outcome that you've always visioned. I must say that the mind has its own organs and has its own eye. It can see beyond what the physical and optical eyes can see. And so it's a very powerful thing. As we stand, as I sit in the studios and as you listen to me from the device, I know that you're beginning to visualize a lot of things which look so real. And that is how your mind works. Reality resides in the mind. What you see on the outside with your optical eyes originally existed in somebody's mind. And so when you look at a mobile phone or your iPad, you realize that iPad or mobile phone or the smartphone existed as a template resting silent in somebody's mind until the person brought it out. And so the mind is very powerful. Everything that we created, you see around you in the world, originally existed in somebody's mind, and the person had to bring it out. And so in subsequent times, next week Monday and then Friday, we talk much about the mind, and I'll give you a little bit of orientation through it. This is what's going to happen. I'm no longer going to have 2 separate programs on Monday and Friday. Whatever is done on Monday is going to be repeated for Friday, so that if you miss the Monday session, you can go back and listen on the Friday session, and I would give room after the whole series for people to ask questions and give an email address so that you could send your questions. We collate them and then we answer them, and then the next time we meet on air we're going to answer some of these questions. And so keep glued to your radio set or your smartphone and sign up to Active Radio. You can have it on TuneIn. That's an application for Android people, and for those who use an Apple like me, you can also have it on the iTunes store. You just download TuneIn and you search for Active Radio, you install it, and that's it, you're there. Or you can go to the website www.activeradio.com, and the Active Radio is not AC but AKTIVE radio.com, and you can click on the radio button to listen to us live on air. You can also have the radios downloaded on our website, www.mindsetnetworks.org. You can go to the Mindset Radio, and then you can have all the series of the radio programs downloaded from there. This is what's going to happen. We're finding a way to get interactive with you, but as time goes on, I think things will be much better than it is now. And I know that you've missed me off air, but I'm back. Stay glued to your sets anytime. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, SoundCloud, just by the simple name Dale Quest, DALEQUIST, or you can just Google my name, Dale Quest, on Google, and you can have everything there about me. Some not really about me, but then I think the very first 8 options would certainly be about me on social media. You can follow me out from there, and let's see how it goes. Remain glued to your sets, like I said, and enjoy the rest of the program. I love you. I'm Dale Quest, your mind surgeon, Mindset Networks.
Active Radio.
Thank you.
Active Radio.